Yo.
Hello, everyone.
How's everybody doing?
Everyone's.
We would like to welcome you guys to the first inaugural.
No, no, like that.
Tis the word. First episode of Marriage is Real via BSE. BS3, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about something else. Broadcast live on Roku TV. We'd like to give a shout out to Ben and
Shout out.
and Dawkins for the opportunity. We appreciate you guys so much. And hey, man, we here. And so what we're doing right now, guys, is we're doing the show and the podcast simultaneously. So that's what's going on.
And
What's
so
up, Doc?
I'd like to. Oh, hey, King Dog in the house. So I'd like to introduce us again. As I like to say, I am Jamie, and this is
Damien,
and we are
Marriage is Real.
Welcome, y'all. Welcome. So
what? so what I like to say is that what we would typically do is Marriage Mondays, but this is going to be Marriage Monday on Tuesday.
Marriage Tuesday.
So thank you guys for tuning in. If you got a friend, if you're seeing this on Facebook or anything, share it on your page. If you're on Instagram, go ahead and subscribe. I'm a little tongue tied today.
Instagram, you follow. YouTube, you subscribe.
Okay.
And then on Facebook, just click, like whatever.
But share it. Tell everybody, y'all come check it out and hang out with us for a second. Today is January 18, 2022. Can you believe we are already in a new year?
We're already almost through January, though.
I know, halfway through the year already.
Gee, I ain't ready.
Time is moving. One of the big highlights that we had of the year, our son turned 21. So
I don't even know how that is because I ain't number like 30. You know what I'm saying? I went through early puberty. Oh, but that would make you like some would be wrong.
Weirdo. Yeah. I'm 31. If you 30, because we only a year apart in age.
Oh Lord, I adopted. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, but our son turned 21 and our daughter is 16. So praise God for that.
And we got just a couple of shout outs. He already started. Dog is already started. Hey, Julia. She's been one of our longtime
Thank
followers.
Thank you so much. So good to see you virtually.
And then BS3 Network giving us a shout out. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And so we kind of wanted to go back to the basics tonight and just talk about some foundational things.
Since this is the beginning of our show, we just gonna start at the beginning, just like fundamentals, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. At the very beginning of all things. So
hey, Dr. Selena.
Hey sis, how you doing? Thank you for joining us tonight. So tonight we're going to talk about the core needs of marriage. In marriage, we're going to talk about the core needs of a man and the core needs of a woman. Do a little debating about it because we don't
man versus woman. Yeah, we don't always see eye to eye. I know some of y'all may not agree with these core needs, but so goes the word.
So goes the word. So I'm old school. So ladies first. You go ahead and jump off of what you got.
Okay. All right, y'all. So let's see. So core need the core needs of a woman, I would say, is sex. I'm just playing.
Listen, okay, so she already tripping, right? So
I know they was like, no, turn the TV off. She lied. No, I'm just playing, y'all. No, I'm just, but I'm gonna put y'all up on some game later. I'm still trying. I'm still.
Oh, I know what you gonna say.
I'm just saying, it's a little thing called some pellets, but I ain't gonna say too much too soon. Just let me ride it out, then we gonna see. So anyway, but no, so for real, core needs of a woman. One of the first needs of a woman is security, safety, whether that be emotional security, whether that be financial security. It's just make her feel safe and sound. Straight up. I'm gonna just go down the list, then we can go back and talk about them. The second one is non-sexual touch. Non-sexual touch. So that affection is key. We need it, but it don't have to always be what you trying to get it in. Like you ain't always got to be put that up. Just put it up. The third one is communication. Open and honest, patient communication. Yes, sit down and just talk. And the fourth one is leadership. Women have to be led. And I know some women out here, it's a boss bee world, so they may not necessarily agree, but loving leadership is one of the core needs of a woman. If you are loving her and you are leading, women instinctually want to be led. That's just what that is. So do you want to do your needs first, and then
No,
we
I
just
ain't
come
gonna
back
do them
in?
like you did yours.
What you mean?
I ain't gonna go down my list like that.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's how you gonna do yours.
Okay. Well, anyway.
But before we go into those, let me say this, because we've got a lot of people that are new to us and don't know anything about us. So, and we already getting comments, and I love it because we ready for it, because we ain't new to this. We true to this.
I bet he was like, Erica, come here, Erica.
Look, Dawkins said y'all might need to buckle up. BS3 folks in the house now. These comments may get crunk. We not scared.
I need a fan.
We're not scared at all. So just to give you guys a little bit of background about us, Jamie and I have been married as of October of last year, 23 years. We met at the club the night Tupac died, and we just kind of been rocking out since then. Right, and so a lot of the information that we talk about, one of the things that we said that we were going to do, we're sharing our experience and our story. Right. We're more than willing to have dialogue and debate about things. We're telling you guys what has blessed us and helped us to be able to get to 23 years of marriage. Right. And ain't a whole lot of people that can say that nowadays. So you may disagree, you may not like what we have to say, but this is the thing that has worked for us. And just like with anything, like the old school people say, take what you want, spit out the bones. Spit out the bones. If it ain't for you, all we can say is that it's worked for us. Right. And it might work for you if you try it. So I just want to give y'all some background information. Oh, and we're also certified life coaches. Mm-hmm. And then we've written for blogs online, for magazines. We sit on the board of Friends with Rings, an organization out of New York. It's actually featured in the New York Times this past week. Sure was. Shout out to Friends with Rings. Yeah, shout out to Tony for the awesomeness and everything like that. And so there's just kind of a couple things that we've done, but we just want to I forgot to introduce ourselves. I did. No, I'm just saying our background. Though. Oh, well, we did that last week with King and Queen. But this is us. I know, but I'm just saying. What I'm saying? Yeah, I know what you're saying. Marriage is real. Marriage is already. Real. So let's look at some of the comments. We don't want to, ignore nobody. Let's see. Hey, y'all. I saw somebody say, Ben said I'm lying. Let's see. Tomasa Lewis. Somebody said they're new. No, somebody had said they were new, and I was trying to shout out to them and say, hey, but I don't know what happened. I don't know. You were seeing things. No, maybe look right here. Order. See, they said I'm new. Hi, Terry Little. Hi, Miss Lewis. Let's say he said 23 years, man. Stop. When did y'all get married? When? I told y'all I had my son. I got a lot of Beijing. Let's see here. Somebody said,
Wait a minute. I'm trying to go. Okay, well you can go. Let's see. You may need to book others. You already read that. Okay. Okay. So if I missed some of y'all comments, I'm sorry. Just repost it again. I'm watching. I'm watching. Okay.
So go ahead with your first one. You read them. Go ahead and talk about the first one.
My first, what did I say? I said, what did I say? I said what I said. Security. Security, basically what I'm saying is for as far as guys, let her know that you're committed to sacrificing for her. I mean, it's just that simple. Do you agree with that? Like, do you feel like you do that? Do you feel like you make me feel secure?
I can't answer that. I
said, do you feel like you do what you need to do to make me feel secure? You can feel that way, but I could say
I handle my business.
Oh, okay.
If you asking me,
I must still be 23 years. I'm still sitting right here. We're doing a podcast.
I handle my business, so yeah, you here for a reason.
So you just basically what I'm saying when I say make her feel. I mean, security is basically letting her know she's in your heart. She's on your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, be a provider. Make her feel safe. Not every time she say something. Because I know a lot of guys. In my personal opinion, depending on who it is, men can kind of like, what's the word? Be dismissive. Sometimes, depending on, and I'm not saying all men, but I'm saying in some marriages, some relationships, some people that we know, guys can be very dismissive. And then when you're doing that in front of other people, that don't make nobody feel like you love them. That don't make her feel like, oh my God, he just make me feel so safe and secure. You know, and Damon and I were having a debate about will a woman stay if she feels love, but she doesn't feel secure? Or will she stay if she feels secure and she doesn't feel loved? So y'all sound off in the comments what y'all think. Doc said that's real. He even admitted, thank you, Doc. Men can be dismissive at times. Sometimes it's like, because women, sometimes I'm raising my hand. What I'm saying to y'all, I'm always including myself. We have a tendency.
I think I'm gonna like Terry already.
Security, no book. And you know what? I'm gonna get to that too, Terry, because women have a tendency. We have a tendency to talk to our husbands like they are homegirls, like they are, your sister, your first cousin, that's your best friend. And we talk and we give a lot of information. We give a lot of detail, and we want to, because you got to know, when I was in the ice cream shop, I was getting strawberry ice cream this day, not mint chocolate. That makes a difference to the story. But for a guy, he don't hear you no more. You giving him too much information, and it's kind of like, So basically, what I'm saying is just don't be dismissive. You have to, even if you got to set aside time to say, okay, this is the time that we're going to talk, or so that I can give you my undivided attention, so that I can let you know that what you're saying is important to me. That's one of the ways of making a woman, your wife, feel secure, feel like, okay, he cares. Patience is a virtue. Oh my God, patience is a virtue. Because a lot of women, we're detailed. So we don't necessarily always make decisions as quick as guys, because y'all don't necessarily care about the same things that we care about. You know what I'm saying? And does our sound okay, y'all? Just FYI, because we trying out a new mic, so I just want to make sure that y'all can hear us well.
And so let me add to that, because as a lot of times as men, when we think about security, in our mind, security is money. It's so much more than that. Our wives need so much more than just the financial piece of the whole thing.
Right.
Because like you said, kind of your subcategories, you got the financial, you got to have a roof over your head. That goes without saying.
That part, got to have some meats. Some meats.
So you got to have that, but then you do have to be able to give her that time to speak with you and talk to you about different things, and help her and give her emotional security as well. That's very, am I right?
You're very right. And that's the thing. A lot of times, guys, y'all have been taught that, bring home the bacon, she cook it up.
Right.
But security is just not about you making money. Because there's a lot of niggas out there make a lot of money, but she don't feel safe with him. You can make $100,000. You can make $500,000 and then still slap her in her face. You know what I'm saying? That don't make me feel secure. I don't feel safe with you physically. That's a facet of security too. Do I physically feel secure with you?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just not always about the money. The money is important too. Like what Terry say, no security, no booty. And then too, like a lot of times. Oh Lord, I need to hold on. Let me go back. Let me go to some of these comments. Let's see.
We got some new people. Keep going up. You didn't go up far enough.
I didn't.
Keep going. Okay, there you go.
Where we at?
Like right here.
Okay, so let's see. Terry said, yeah, women folk gotta have that security. Absolutely. Dawkins is laughing. Hey Brian, how you doing?
What's up, boy?
Let's see. Oh Lord, what I do?
Oh, yes. You showed it.
Yeah, that's true. So and then he says, my wife says no security, no booty. And that was what I was gonna say too. A lot of times men, y'all like to say, well, I wouldn't be doing all this if it wasn't for you. So that means you ain't gonna eat, you ain't gonna work, you ain't gonna you're not gonna have no lights and no water, you ain't gonna drive no car, you ain't gonna do that if it wasn't for me. So if you ain't with me, you gonna live in a cardboard box, you gonna be a hobo. That's what you gonna do. Tell me. Let's see. So
what's up, Klepto Guns? Thank you for tapping
Klepto.
in.
Hello.
Oh, in Memphis, what's going on?
Oh wow. Okay, so Dr. Selena says they'll stay for a while for excuse me, one or the other, but unless they have the complete package, it won't keep them for a lifetime.
That's good.
Absolutely. And that was the debate we were having, because I know personally a lot of women who have stayed in a thing for a long time just because they felt financially secure. Let me say that, financially secure. And it wasn't a thing of being like physically abused or anything, but their heart they didn't feel safe. They weren't emotionally secure because the person could have been cheating, or he could have been disrespectful, or whatever the case is. But it's like, I'm good where I am. I just talked to a friend today, and she was telling me that about, some things like she's okay. She's not okay, but she's content because of their lifestyle, basically. And that's, to me, that's sad, because I guess I've never been in that situation to have to make that decision to say, okay, do I want to have joy and harmony and happiness and peace in my life, or do I want to, have a certain lifestyle? Mm-hmm. I say now that I feel like I would just be like, boy, keep all this stuff and just leave.
So how much of that do you think is fear? Or do you think it's fear at all?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think it's just a comfort thing, because we can all get content.
Yeah,
it's just like somebody
to a certain lifestyle.
Right, like you could work at a job you hate, but they pay you good.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So it's like, well, do I want to leave this job and go make a little bit of something, or stay here being miserable, making this? So
because that brings up the point of how much of that can you put a price on your peace of mind?
I can't.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm saying so many people do, is what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's a good question.
So go ahead.
I was going to go ahead and give a point for the men, and I'm going to start with the first one, of course. What a husband needs in a marriage, he's going to need respect. I could really not say nothing else the rest of the time. Respect is so important. It's something that's built into us and starts at such a very young age. Anytime you've had a man in your life that meant something to you, you always had a level of respect for them. And with you going from being a single man into a husband, respect plays a very key role in the forming of the relationship, and also how the children are going to view you and everything like that.
Right.
So a man has to have respect.
Right.
We do a lot of research and look at a lot of different podcasts, and I'm a sponge for information. So I'm always
a lot of it useless, but information nonetheless.
Information nonetheless. It gives us good content.
Right.
So there's so much going on to where, like, it seems as though respect is a dying thing now with a lot of women, a lot of wives, and it's just like
everybody want to be the boss.
Yeah,
they gotta be the boss,
and there can only be one. Not that we can't be partners, but there can
Right.
only you don't have two CEOs. You got one.
Right.
Because you got to be the one. One person has to make the final decisions
Right.
and situation. And so, but it's like I was telling Jamie the other day, like, there's no way I could deal with some of the disrespectful things that people say to their spouses.
Mm-hmm.
And just like we talk about all the time, when you do have those disagreements, when you do have those arguments, you have to learn how to fight fair. You
Right.
can't just say the first thing that comes to your mind. You can't do the first thing, because I'm gonna tell you, like, as men, there's a line that we have. And because if you like, you can only do and say so much before
Right.
it ends up being an altercation in a lot of
Dang,
situations.
you mean like not
Like
like
physical. Like, I mean physical.
Oh, but you're saying with another guy.
With another, not with your wife.
I'm like, dang, you
No,
just,
I'm just
you
saying,
just
but
go
that's what I'm
door, huh?
saying.
Dang. Clothesline.
But there are so many things. There are only so many things, because it takes me back to sometimes where her and I will be having a conversation or a disagreement about something. And this was earlier on in our marriage. But like,
oh yeah, early on.
it was last week now. But we'd be having a disagreement about something. We can laugh about it now, but like, for a while I'll be like, man, she just be saying stuff. And so one day I was like, I'm finna say some stuff too. Cause I'll be trying to chill or whatever. But she said some stuff, and I hurt her feelings. I did. And she was like, I was like, what's wrong? What's going on? She talking about, I just didn't know that you could go there. And I'm like, yeah, I'm an animal. I'm an animal. I'm a wild animal. But I have tamed myself. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't handle your wife like you handle the people outside of your four walls. You know what I'm saying?
And I say this too, because a lot of times when we be like, I don't care. It don't matter to me. And he can say this and he can do that and whatever. We're not built like they are. We just not. Me and my daughter always talk about how when we watch a male dynamic with boys and men, the way that they are with each other, they just keep going. Like there's like almost like no line. And as a woman, as a female, it's like, I mean, at a point we gonna stop. Because people feelings getting hurt. Like that's just how we are. Men don't do that. So I can say, yeah, I got a tough skin. I'm independent. I'm blunt. I can speak my mind and say what I want to him. But then when he comes and says,
if I do this, if I respond in kind,
yeah, and it could just be maybe the presentation. Maybe it ain't even just what he's saying, but the way he said it, it hurts. It's hurtful. So that's how we had to kind of censor how we were going to have these conversations, because I'm like, but then that's what he had to help me see. You can say whatever you want to say, but then when I say this to you, your feelings get real hurt. And I'm saying it's true, because we're not wired the way that we are. We are emotion first, so our feelings are going to take the first blow, versus y'all being what y'all are. More like tangible and hands-on. So it's not always that we'll say something and y'all take it personal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the emotion is not the first thing that takes the blow. So let's get to some of these comments first.
And while you're doing that, I'm gonna give it an example of how you can show respect.
Okay, let's see.
So be quick to offer forgiveness when your partner makes a bad decision. Let me put my hand in the camera. Where it is. Boom. So when you're a leader, you're making decisions all the time. You're always making decisions. You're going to mess up sometimes. You're going to make some bad decisions about some things. You're going to fall short. And the thing that I try to tell other husbands is, it's because you're trying. I always think back to the quote about Michael Jordan talking about the number of free throws that he would shoot. And he had such a high percentage of shots made, but he missed a lot of shots. But that's because he took a lot of shots. If you're taking shots all the time, you're going to miss a lot of shots. But if you won from one at the line, I mean, you took one shot. You know what I'm saying? But if you took 1,000 free throws, you took 1,000 free throw shots a day, you're going to miss a good portion of those. You might end up missing 300.
But see, I say this though, too, to that point.
Mm-hmm.
people try to tell women, girl, just let him do whatever. Just let him be a man. Don't say nothing. That's a part of being respectful, even if it's self-destructive. And like you got to find the line in when you're just letting him make that mistake, be a man.
Yeah.
But if it's something that's like self-destructive, like you headed for self-destruction, y'all remember the song? If it's something like that, you might have to reach out, get somebody to help y'all. If it's, because I know people whose spouses have been like drugs and alcohol and gambling and stuff like that. But a woman is saying, I'm trying to be respectful and not say anything.
Yeah, but see, that's not, I'm talking about a leader.
Right.
Not a drug addict.
No, but I'm giving that example because there are people out there that feel that way.
Right. And this is the thing too. Let me add this. Even though I'm the leader, we're a partnership. Right. And there aren't hardly any decisions that I don't make without consulting and talking to her.
Right.
Because I respect and value her opinion, because, and I'm not going to get real Bible-y or nothing like that. Oh, okay. But, and when you look at in Psalms 31, it always refers to wisdom as she. Mm-hmm. And it talks about how like I said, wisdom is she. God put wisdom inside of your wife for you to tap into, for you to drop your ego and don't think that you have all the answers of everything that you need to know. Right. Sometimes the answer and the thing that you're looking for is wrapped up in her. But because you the man, think about this. A CEO has a board. You know what I'm saying? They got a board, and you have to consult your board about certain decisions that you're going to make for the good of the business, yes. And for things to be profitable and for things to keep running. So there's nothing wrong with talking and consulting your wife. But at the end of the day, the person at the head, the person that's the head they're the one that makes the decision, and they're the one that's held accountable for everything. Right. And I don't even want to start talking about accountability because I can talk about that all night long. So for a man, the first thing or needed for a core need for a man is respect.
Okay. So we're going to get to some of these comments.
All right.
So Dawkins said intentional, purposeful. That was earlier when we was talking about. He said the stuff good. Sounds good. Hey, Sharika. How you doing, sis? I'm glad y'all feeling better. So let's see. No, let me see that. I like that. No romance without finance. That's old school.
Hot. There you go.
Dawkins so crazy. Let's see. So, okay. Let's see. So, and then Dawkins said, no respect, I'm out. Hey, Ty.
What's up, Ty?
Hey, he said, amen. All right. There are a lot of women that, Thomasa said, there are a lot of women that do not respect their husbands. She can relate. And that is so true. Like, y'all, I come from a family of women who, I don't even want to say that they're disrespectful because it's not a disrespect thing. It's just kind of what it is. We were a family of women, and women, when we talk to each other differently. So when the man comes into the family, or this guy comes into this family,
sexy man,
he don't gotta be. He don't have to be that. Just if he have a penis, then it's like certain ways that men take things differently. Like I'll be like, give me this purse. Somebody go in your purse and get your stuff out, whatever. You can't just take no dude, just go into his pocket and just take his wallet out. Like, it's just certain things that you just don't do. And it really, and honestly, it looks bad. And sometimes as women, when you're being disrespectful to your husband, you don't realize it ain't a good look.
It ain't
for him. Yeah. Because other people like, dang, like that, you know what I'm saying? And it's no judgment. But sometimes you just don't know. We just don't know that's happening. Hey, DeCenta. Hey, sis. How you doing?
There you go.
Julia says, respect goes hand in hand for each other. And it's so important in marriage. Yes, because women do need to be respected as well. Right. All of that goes with that security, that core need for women. Let's see. I missed you too, B. I miss you too. Hey, Mika. Girl. Okay, she said, that's right. Nothing like having a man hurt your feelings. We are totally different. We absolutely are. And then Terry said, you can read some of these, baby.
Okay, Terry said, thank you for following us, Terry. What's up, Earl and Nicole? Thank you for joining us tonight. That's our people down in Louisiana. Thank you for joining us.
Let's see.
Let's see. Terry said, oh, you mean shots in life, not tequila.
And then what she say? Find that fine line. Exactly. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
Let's see.
Terry, we up there. I still remember the lyrics to Self-Destruction.
You be saying that song hard to the mug. Let's see. He says y'all telling the truth. Thank you. Hi, Jordan. World changing. Thank you for joining us. Thank you so much. And Marcus Roundtree. Hey, how
What's
are you?
going on? Thank you for joining us.
Oh, he said he rocked with us when they lived in Texas. Okay, well,
dog,
thank you for coming
joining
back.
us.
Keep
we back.
rocking.
Yeah.
Keep rocking.
So go ahead and tell the people about your second point.
I was like, what am I telling the people about? Okay, so my second point was y'all see me keep messing with these glasses because I'm not used to wearing glasses, but they supposed to help with blue light, because sometimes I have headaches, so I'm trying to help, Anyway,
that prescription is a zero.
This is no prescription. These are blue light glasses.
If I take mine off, everything gonna disappear.
So my second point was non-sexual touch. Non-sexual.
We don't have to talk about that. No, I was just playing.
And that's like holding her hand.
Yeah, what is non-sex? Tell us about what non-sex.
Holding her hand. Some of y'all ladies in the comments, sound off. Help these men. Help them themselves.
So let me say this before you go. Okay. So it's funny. So have you seen the memes and the TikToks about when he offered me a massage and then they pull out a baby?
Yes, I have.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That's not non-sexual touch.
But it is.
Is it?
It is. But men think, oh, I'm giving her a massage. It's about to go
Terry
down.
said, what's that?
Are you giving her a massage don't always mean that it's a nut on the other end of that. I mean, maybe your wife, that's her thing. Like, oh, I'm finna give her a massage, I'm finna go. But for most people, you rubbing my feet and rubbing my back and no. I should be able to give you a hug. You should be able to give me a kiss or anything without that being like, so yeah, girl, what you talking about? Like, ew, just stop. Because it gets to a point to where
Terry said, yeah, dude.
Sharika said, yeah, it is. She said, can I just have a massage, please? No. Can I just have a massage, please?
You can have a sexual massage.
Oh Lord,
yo, wait a minute though. Have you seen the massage? Have y'all seen the massage stuff that come on? It's on Facebook and Instagram where these dudes be massaging these women and they like be sitting all on them and putting they butts in their faces and massage. And I'm just like, because seriously, y'all, back in the day, I used to be a for real massage therapist. So I was like, these people cannot be registered massage
I've heard
therapists.
that they were male prostitutes.
Okay,
I don't know if that's true, but I mean, it looked like it. Because that's like that's a fine. That's going to jail. So
yeah, because I was just like,
that is not a legal massage.
That can't be going down like
that.
They
ain't certified with nobody, and they still in business. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
So Sharika said that's that BS. I'm talking about a sexual massage. Happy endings all around. Terry said. See, and then Julia says just hugging, holding hands, going to sleep in each other's arms, non-sexual touch. See? And then Doc said he seen that. So you want to do that, Doc? You want that to be your next profession?
Side hustle.
Oh Lord, them women be glistening too.
I'll be like whoa. But that's what I was trying to show you the other day. It's some women doing it now.
Oh, they prostitutes.
But I'm just saying it was two. I've been trying to find
butt in their face.
No, but I'm saying it's two women massaging a man like very sensually.
And you know what's gonna happen? Because if he paid them to come over there to massage him,
but it's two of them though.
But he paid them for a massage. You know what I'm saying?
And they like got on like bikinis and high heels and stuff like. No. You gonna get that for me for my birthday?
Did what?
That massage, the one I was just telling you about.
You want me to buy you some women to come and massage you for your birthday and some bikinis?
Yeah.
Okay. Like I was saying, it shouldn't
Wait a
always
minute,
be.
Let me
let's see. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, Tony. Hey, Tony, how you doing?
Hey.
Tony said men think differently, so as wives, you have to tell your husband what you like and desire from him. Absolutely, that's communication right there.
Hey, Tony, thank you for joining us, girl. Let's see, dog. Somebody he putting in applications. Oh Lord. Ben said those massages are out of line. For who? For the women or for the men?
For the women. They shouldn't be doing that.
Look at that. Terry talking about two girls in a cup. Oh Lord. She's talking about the X-rated show has started. I'm just saying, D, have you seen it, girl? It is.
I've
I'll
been
just be
trying
like,
to find it
ain't
because I've
no
been trying to
way.
show Jamie because I'm like, this is so crazy.
Please. And then Shariq somebody, bro, don't forget your wife is a thug from Well Chapel. You would not be getting that.
Oh, I know.
Oh Lord. That is funny. But y'all got, if y'all ain't seen it, just it's if you just want to be entertained and you want your jaw to drop, just go find it. Just go find it. So we was talking about what we talking about.
Non-sexual
Oh Lord,
touch.
non-sexual.
That one went off the rails.
Oh Lord. But yeah, so basically, I just to say that should not be the only time that you show your wife affection. What is when you're trying to get some.
So what does non-sexual touch do for you as a woman?
It again goes back to that sense of security. That's letting her know that's an action of love. Don't just tell me you love me, but then you don't do nothing to make me feel like you love me. You don't touch me. You don't give me no compliments. Like I said, this is my thing. Why do men, and I'm gonna tell on him a little bit because I'm telling y'all from what we know, not from what we heard. We ain't you ain't talked to me. We ain't talked all day. Cause our kids was little, I'm ripping and running over here. He at work, work, whatever. We ain't talk. We ain't just stopped and said, "Hey, how you doing?" We get in the bed, and here you come, boy. If you don't get we ain't even said no words to each other. Like
I want to talk with my body.
We and my body said, "Shut the hell up." Yes, it said. My body said, because they like they say the microwaves and the ovens. Like you can't we don't have a steady on button. Like, ooh, it's nighttime. We going to bed. Let's go. Penis hard. Like it don't work like that. We don't just be like Gucci on. Like I just y'all, I sometimes wish it did work that way. It would work better. It would be better for me. It would work in our favor, but it does not. That ain't how it go. So it's like you ain't talked to me all day. You ain't said a hug. You ain't gave a high five. You ain't said what's up, bro, fam, nothing. But then you just think we just finna get it in. I don't understand. I don't understand that rationale, fellas. I just don't understand.
Dawkins said, I get it. I get it.
And so Sharika says right here, so some of the comments. Let's see. It's reassurance. Absolutely. That's great, sis. I love that word. It reassures her that, and I always say this, make your wife feel like you would choose her all over again today. If we had to do this over, would it still be me? After 7 years, 10 years, 8 years, 23 years, 30 years, would it still be me? Non-sexual touch is one of those things that makes her feel like, okay, he's still, because we thrive on compliments. I know men need an ego stroke and all of the things, but women, we thrive on, we need the compliments. Let us know we still look good. We still do it for you. You know what I'm saying? All of that. Let's see.
Talking about I watch him at night when it's dark in my room.
I can't stand him. He is always clowning. She said, especially if that's her love language, just because some women have a love language that's physical touch. Yeah. Right? And even for men, women, like a lot of people think men's, love language is physical touch in the way of sex. And even for men that have a love language of physical touch, it's not always just the sex. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you just want her to touch you. That was our issue because I wasn't
touch what?
Touch your body.
Where? No,
anyway, my thing was I wasn't a very affectionate, touchy, feely type person because I'm just always moving and shaking. But it's like, can you just come sit down right here by me, please? And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, maybe I should. Maybe we should do that. Okay, and then you can go to your point too. Okay. I don't even think you done made all yours yet.
Not yet. So Ben said,
no, I'm sorry.
Ben said, I hope the women getting those massages ain't married. I feel you, bro.
I hope they ain't either, Ben.
I ain't booking that one, bro.
I hope they ain't either, Ben. I'm scared for when their husband find out.
Terry said non-sexual touch does absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing for me. But
to be honest, but it's my wife's love language, so I have to figure it out.
Yeah. Hey, let me tell you, like, it took me a while to figure it out. I mean, I failed so much. But see, I'm a leader, so I failed. I failed forward though. But
Anyway, and
finally
then
I figured it out.
Damien gets it. They don't get nothing. And then they said the sentence said, "I wish." Exactly. Thank you. High five, Mika. Thank you so much. Let's see. All honesty, I'm a very affectionate man. Thank you. My love languages are physical touch and quality time. Every time I pass my lady, I'm gonna touch her. See? And what if she never touched you? What if she's just like you know, like I'm like, she always doing something. There's no togetherness, there's no closeness. If you're a person who loves physical touch, you want to be around them, you want them touching you, something, sit in my lap, do something, show me that you physically touching me with your physical body. Let's see, it's not physical touch. I need affection. Thank you, Dawkins. Look at you trying to be serious. Let's see. Let me see if I can get that off of there. There you go. And then Sandra, hi Sandra. She says,
"Hey Sandra,
intimacy for nighttime starts with good morning." Wow, that's really good. I like that.
That's good.
I like that.
That's wisdom right there.
And then Terry says, some men, excuse me, like intimacy into me see. And he says, I love it when she touches me. So see, it's not just us.
Yeah,
y'all need it too, but women need it more, and we need it in a way that's just like genuine. You know, that's what I'm talking about.
So let me get to my.
You adulting now, dog? No, you're not. You don't even know how to do that too long.
So let me get. So her second point was non-sexual touch. Mm-hmm. The second core need for a man is sex.
I have nothing to say.
And I'm not saying.
I mean,
and I'm not saying that these are in order because hey, right. You put them in order that's important to you, but yeah.
But from the research, it does say that it's respect and then sex, and if those things aren't being met, then a person starts to feel rejected.
Right.
Versus even if it's just a respect piece, or if a woman is feeling like you're not giving her non-sexual touch, then in that aspect, if you feeling like if I'm feeling like my needs aren't being met, then I could feel like that's rejection. Like, you don't want me. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about the man?
I'm talking about both people. Oh. If their needs aren't being met.
Oh yeah. So yeah, because if you are feeling that you're not having the sex. Yeah, the sex. Mm-hmm. Capital T, capital S. If you're not having it, you can feel rejected. A man can feel rejected if he's not having, and he may not ever say that. He may not ever admit it. But here's the thing, y'all. You got to have that conversation with your wife. That's true. Can't let your ego stop you from having that conversation and stopping you from getting it.
And you know what? It's a hard thing to hear on the other side of that as a woman, because we've had the conversation. You know, it's like, I don't know how you want to say it, but I'm just tell you like this. I don't work with Trish for 5 years. Trish got a big booty. I ain't never looked at Trish booty. Yeah. But lately, Trish booty been looking scrumdiddlyumptious. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you need to tell your wife.
If your husband say scrumdiddlyumptious, you might have some other issues on your hands. So go ahead. Never said that word until right now. But go ahead with your point.
Anyway, Trish booty look good today. It's been looking good to me lately because I ain't been getting your booty. Like, that's hard to hear from your husband. And husbands, I know that's hard for you to say, but maybe you need to take it to the throne room and say, Lord, how do I tell her, Lord, when? Do I give her a piece of jewelry and tell her? But sometimes you need to know that. Like, because sometimes you think it's a lot. Y'all know I'm out here. I'm out here with y'all. But it's a lot of women that feel like, my husband good. Like, I don't got to worry about that because he ain't the type of dude to cheat. That he just too loyal for that.
So, hey, man,
let me tell you something.
Listen, we talk to couples. We talk to couples about this stuff.
Let me just tell you.
Don't get it twisted.
I've heard people say, I just feel like my man he's just a loyal person. And I just don't even if not just with me.
See, this is the thing.
You missing the operative word.
Man.
He's a man.
See, this is the thing.
With a functional penis.
Sometimes my sisters forget, like, you married a wild animal. just because he not out on the prowl every day seeking prey, don't mean that he not a hunter inside. You married a hunter.
Right.
If he ain't had, if a lion ain't had no meat in a certain amount of time, when that trainer come in to bring him some bananas or whatever he eating, his mangoes or avocados or kiwis, whatever he brought in there, if he, well, oh, it's a free steak, and he gonna pounce. I ain't saying it's right. I'm not saying it's the thing to do, but I'm just saying. And let me also add this. You can only hold your spouse accountable for what you tell them. Don't make an assumption that your husband or your wife knows something because y'all been together a long time.
That ain't it.
I can guarantee you, most of the time, your husband ain't thinking nothing like what you think he's thinking and what you think he should know. In our culture, in the men culture, if something is wrong, if there's an issue, we gonna say it. Say, man, I don't like when you did this. I don't like when you said. There have been many a time where I have had to call my wife to talk me down because I'm like, I'm finna go in this supervisor office. This dude can said the wrong thing. I'm a man first. Please understand.
I'm like, baby, it wasn't you.
Yeah, help me to understand because I'm not understanding right now. You know what I'm saying? So understand, you cannot hold somebody. You can't hold somebody accountable for something that you didn't tell them.
Right. That's true.
And she's helped me with that so much because, especially like with my son, I'm always like, I'm thinking in my head, you should know this. But if I haven't taught him that, if I haven't told him that, why should I have this unrealistic expectation for him to know something that I've never told him? And I can't do the same thing to my wife in that regard.
Undisclosed.
Yeah.
Y'all, that's undisclosed information. But then I'm supposed to know, what do I have? Telepathy? I mean, am I psychic? Is it Miss Cleo? Call me now. That ain't what this is over here.
Listen,
like, I'm telling y'all.
Your husband don't know. He don't know.
Listen, but let me tell you too. Your wife don't know. Because she might think she doing good. And you're not telling her.
You got an F plus.
Baby.
not the plus. You got an F plus. You failing with a plus.
Not the F plus. But that plus though. And see, a lot of people want to focus on that plus and not focus on the F.
Yeah, you're failing.
And I mean that in both words, figuratively and literally. But women, we have to be more sexual than we feel. In most cases, the man is going to be more sexually hungry. Their appetite is going to be a lot more.
If he's not having any health issues or anything like that, 9 times out of 10, that's just kind of in a lot of cases. Right.
So a lot of times they're going to be more sexual than you. So we have to be more sexual than we feel.
Right.
It just is what it is. I'm telling y'all from what I know.
And I say this all the time, y'all. Sometimes you just got to take one.
Listen, how many? Take one for the team.
Take one for the team. I'm just saying.
And I will, in this case, I say it's for Team Jesus. Okay.
Go ahead.
So some of these comments, Doc said, fantastic conversation. Core needs. Mika. Hey, Jamaica, how you doing? Mika Cook says, Brian Eden, listen to this. Oh, real talk. My mindset used to be, if she isn't doing me, she doing someone else. Lord have mercy. See, this is that for men though. I really feel like that as a woman. In your mind, and y'all ladies know I am not judging, but in your mind, if you know you ain't fucking your husband and he okay with that, see, to me, that's a problem.
Like they've been saying, that's a red flag.
Yeah, all them little flags. To me, that's a problem. Because at one point, like if I'm walking around you naked and you ain't looking, you ain't made a comment, you know what I'm saying? We in this bed and like we talked about non-sexual touch, yes. But if we ain't had sex in 3-4 months and you ain't even trying to do, wait a minute. And then this is the thing. I know someone who their husband cheated on them and they were devastated, y'all. I mean, like she was just like, bless you, baby. And I know that it's devastating. I'm not taking nothing away from that. But in further investigation, it was like, well, were y'all having sex?
That's my first question.
Where y'all having
last
sex?
Time y'all did? Like, that's the first question I asked.
And it was like, well, we hadn't had sex in like 5 months. 5 months? Like, okay, well, did y'all have the conversation about, it's just,
was y'all even doing sexy stuff?
Sexual things, you know what I'm talking about? Like, it's some numbers that y'all can create. I mean, there's some stuff that you could do that you ain't got. I'm just saying. But what was amazing to me is that she felt really surprised by the fact that he would do that. And I've always said, I don't put my trust in him. I put my trust in God. This is Jamie talking. I trust in Jesus because you are a human being first. You know what I'm saying? Flesh is weak, especially when your flesh is weak. You know, like
don't make me have no weak flesh.
You sending that line out there, just hungry. You sending that shark. You just threw some bloody folks in the water. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you think he gonna do instinctually? And y'all, like I said,
and he love you,
I am not making light of this situation. Please hear me. Because if this was me on the other side of that, I would be devastated too. But then you also got to always look at you. Most time in a relationship, it's a cause and an effect.
Yep.
That's all I'm saying. So sex is a core need for men. We have to be more sexual than we feel. That's all I'm saying.
Let's get some of those comments. We look like we're going to only get to 2 today.
And I'll say this too, y'all met needs sustained attraction in the relationship. For real. Like if you giving it to him, where we at?
Talking something about where Trish worked earlier.
She wanted them massage people. She wanted them massage people. So Terry said, real talk, mindset used to be if she isn't doing me. Oh, I already said that. Sorry. And then the sister said, oh my goodness, she hollering. Julia says some people feel like they're not getting their needs met at home. They may be tempted to stray. That's exactly what we're saying, Julia. So absolutely. And she said, wild animal. Doctor said, preach, sir. Facts, Dr. Selena says. Yes, sir. Come through and tell the truth. Unrealistic expectations. That's one of the, in our opinion, one of the biggest killers in marriages, those unrealistic expectations and undisclosed information. F+, yes, dissenter. He said, I don't have ESPN.
For real.
He said, what you say? I need to work for Mississippi. You heard that accent? You know it's good. Hey, family.
What's up, T? Thank you for joining us.
And then is it 69? I mean, it's some numbers. All I'm saying is that is a number.
It's a great number.
You know what I'm saying? The Lord made us, he made us bendy. That's all I'm saying. But so let me see. So I said to the third one.
We got 8
I know
minutes.
we got 8 minutes. So I'm just gonna say my third one was communication. That's pretty self-explanatory. Talk. Open your mouth. Listen to her. When she says something, ask a question. Give an answer. Be genuine about it. Share some more. Share and share alike. Talk amongst yourselves. 68, and I owe you one. Terry crazy. Is bendy a word? It is. It is. It might be in the Jamie dictionary, but it is a word. So you can give your 3 though, right quick. 3 and 4, so people at least know what the core needs are.
Okay, I'll tell them, and we can dive back into these. Get back on these next week. Mm-hmm. The other one for a man was I got this and some of this information from exomarriage.com. Finding friendship and then support at home.
Support at home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So those are the other 2. So we got about 7 minutes left. Do you want to talk about communication or some more? Or do you want to just open it up for questions?
Communication is what it is, and leadership too. We can hit those up, but those are pretty,
Yeah.
self-explanatory.
So I didn't realize that this was going to be a two-parter. So we're going to be talking about core needs again next week.
Well, we might, if y'all want us to. Y'all let us know. We might.
You want to talk about something else?
We might. I mean, it's depending on what. Let the spirit lead. Let the spirit lead. Is all I'm saying. We might have something else. But yeah, if y'all have any questions, comments, concerns, don't forget to like and subscribe
for everyone.
And follow.
I've seen a lot of new names on here. People, we thank you and we're so grateful that you guys are joining us. If you would be so kind as to go to anything Marriage is Real, Facebook, Instagram, you go to YouTube and subscribe, because our videos are streaming live on there as well. Go subscribe. We got like 4 subscribers on YouTube, and we want to try to get to 5. No, I'm tripping, but please go to our YouTube and subscribe as well. We're coming into the relationship space, and we finna shake things up with these folk out here.
All right, all
You
right.
know
Oh,
what I'm
Dawkins
saying?
said, yes, keep talking about core needs. It is a basic conversation that is not discussed enough. And see, that's why we
So,
wanted to start with that,
yeah.
just starting with what it's the fundamentals. It's like the fundamentals of the game. You can play it the way you play it, but there are just certain things that just gotta be in
Gotta
place.
be.
You know
You
what I'm
gotta
saying?
have them. You gotta have them.
Thank you,
Oh,
Dr. Selena.
thank you so much, fam. Terry said, "Where are we from?" I'm from Oak Cliff, Texas.
We from the D, from D town,
And
from Dallas, Texas.
Yeah, we from Dallas. I'm
Born
from
and
Oak Cliff.
bred.
She from Webb Chapel.
Wicked Webb.
She from North Dallas. If you from here, you know what it is.
And then Ben said, "Oh, he said do a part 2 too." So I guess we back on Courtney's again next week, people. So y'all get y'all questions. I can't
Questions.
talk. Your questions. Well, the alpha say questions. Get your questions ready, and we'll have some answers. We not scared. We candid and transparent about a lot of stuff because we just basically really just want to help somebody.
Right.
But it's hot in Texas
already.
Yeah,
it was
hot.
Almost 80 degrees a day.
It's hot. But it's so bipolar. She be hot, then it be cold, then last week it was in the 30s.
Yeah, it might snow tomorrow.
Oh Lord, he said she's soft. Then whatever, dog. Don't even do that. Baby, the wicked way. But I was gonna ask you. You said the core need last two was friendship and what was it? Security. Security. Right. Support at home.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, because I heard somebody say friendship. Y'all too, fellas, friendship for a man. When he feels friendship, do you feel more open to like share with your spouse or your significant other? Like if you feel like not like she your boy, but like you feel like that's your friend, like this is the person that you can connect with, and it's just, you know what I'm saying? Is that a true statement that when you feel like that person is your friend, or y'all have a that type of friendly, that friend, that bond, that connection, that connect, do you feel more open to share with her or to be more, I guess, vulnerable, for lack of a better term or lack of a better word, because when you're saying friendship to a woman, how do you explain that from a man's perspective? Because our friends, we different with our friends. Yes what
to your question. See, that's how you do it. You just tell she asked the question, I answered it.
Yes. I asked a lot of questions rapid fire in that one question.
You said a lot of words, but it wasn't a lot of questions.
So what's the answer? Yes. What? Yes what?
Is that how we do friendship? Yes.
How?
Yes.
How? That's what I thought. See what I'm saying? This is how men and women communicate. This was a real life example.
Well, I mean, I can't talk about that in 2 minutes and 51 seconds.
I'm just saying, is it true that y'all feel
open?
I
mean, anytime you feel anytime, in my opinion, anytime you have that conversation and you feel like if she's trying to connect with you and meet you where you are, yes. Okay. That will make you feel.
And then Doc said, "Don't judge me, or I will not open up." Right. Absolutely, you got to make a safe space to share. Okay, yeah. Y'all have a good night. Bye, Terry. New fan over here. Thank you.
Appreciate you, Terry. Hope you'll come join us next week, 8:30 Central Time, Texas time.
The answer is crazy.
So, guys, if no one has any questions that could be answered in 2 minutes and 12 seconds, we are going to sign off. Thank you guys so much. Tell a friend, tell a friend, and tell a friend to come and see what Marriage is Real is talking about.
What we talking
about?
Let's
make this movement
big. Is real. It's all the way real, y'all.
We married AF. You already know what that means. So,
and for those Christians out there, that's married and faithful. But for y'all that really know what it is, be married AF. But yeah, thank y'all so much for joining. Come back and see us next week. We'll be in the place to be there or be square.
Yep, like she said. Thank y'all so much for everything. Y'all have a good night. Go follow us. We want to see some new followers tonight, y'all. At least one. Give us one follow. Somebody give us one follow.
Y'all. Deuces.
Y'all have a good night.
And trade.
Bye. What?